Good morning, USA Truck. Welcome. I want to recognize our distinguished guest, the Adjutant General, Major General Penn, State Chair, Major General Retired Wofford, NEHQ SGERs, DVs, Congressmen, other USA Truck special distinguished guests. We're going to begin our introduction with a ESGR mission video.
Today, our nation's all-volunteer military is 2.1 million strong. These extraordinary men and women serve both overseas in the defense of our nation and in our local community when called upon. A critical part of today's military is the National Guard and the Reserve, which make up 40% of the joint force. Because members of the Guard and Reserve serve in both the military and civilian workforce, they need the support of their employers when they deploy for weeks or months at a time, often on short notice. At the same time, these patriotic employers face their own challenges as they support the needs of the nation. Enter ESGR, Employer Support of the Guard and Reserve. Established in 1972, the main role of ESGR is to help employers understand, value, and support their employees' military service.
We work in every way we can creatively and proactively to reach out to our nation's employers.
From seminars to educational experiences like boss lifts, ESGR consistently helps employers understand what it's like to serve in the military.
So it's a learning opportunity for them, and that's what we hope to accomplish through all the things that we do.
In this way, ESGR exposes employers to the unique experience and capabilities that Guard and Reserve members bring to the workplace.
Hiring people who serve in the Guard and Reserve is not just the right thing to do, it is also the business smart thing to do. When you know that they are dependable, they are team leaders, they are mission focused, that's a good hire as far as I'm concerned, and I don't care what business you're in.
Veterans have a proven track record of success. So whether you're talking about a military spouse or you're talking about someone in the Guard or Reserve, companies recognize that veterans are a great hire.
While ESGR is a voice for the members of the Guard and Reserve, it also very much works for the nation's patriotic employers.
And we're the voice for employers within the Department of Defense. So we advocate in both ways. We help to strike a healthy balance there where we're a benefit to both.
A key benefit of ESGR is that it offers free services, helping employees and employers understand USERRA, the Federal Employment Protection Law for service members, and mediating USERRA cases are both very important parts of ESGR's mission.
ESGR is important because they serve as that interface to help us to make sure that we're fulfilling our obligation. It's been a great partnership for us.
ESGR also provides a suite of recognition opportunities, including the Patria Award, the 7 SEALs Award, and the prestigious Secretary of Defense Employer Support Freedom Award.
We think it's important to tell the nation the great things that American employers are doing. We're really blessed in this country to have that kind of support coming from the nation's great employers.
This employer-employee relationship is so important that in celebration of ESGR Week, a presidential proclamation stated, "Because of the vital importance of our National Guard and Reserve forces to our national security, those who employ them are key partners in the defense of our nation." While ESGR provides education and mediation, what makes ESGR unique is that it is made up of over 3,000 unpaid volunteers.
We're volunteers. We are not paid a single dime to go out and do what we do. And to my ESGR volunteers, it is an honor and a privilege for me to have the opportunity to serve with you.
If you are a member of the Guard or Reserve, or if you are a company or organization of any size that has employees that are a member of the Guard or Reserve, ESGR is ready to serve you. And if you want to stand for those that stand for us, join our volunteers that make a real difference each day. Visit esgr.mil to learn more, because we all serve.
I'd like to introduce Arkansas ESGR State Chair, Major General Retired William Wofford.
Well, it's certainly an honor and a privilege to be back here. It seems like it's only 11 months ago that we were here presenting awards to some of the deserving members of the USA Trucking team. Employer support of the Guard and Reserve is an office within Department of Defense that our goal is to promote and develop supportive work environments for our reserve component members and their employers. Our goal also is to try and increase awareness of some of the applicable laws. And if there's a conflict between some of the reserve members and the employers, try to ensure that we improve that. Now, this is the 50th anniversary of employer support of the Guard and Reserve. As the video said, established in 1972. And so for us to be here to present the highest state award that ESGR has to USA Truck, it's great. I just found out that about 20% of the employees at USA Truck are veterans, and so this is truly a deserving organization for this award. So, thank you.
And at this time, I'd like to introduce the Adjutant General, Major General Kendall Penn.
Well, good morning, and thanks again for the opportunity to come out here and visit with you folks and honor USA Truck for all of the great things that it does for our guardsmen and reservists across the entire nation. You know, so the Guard and Reserve, we kind of liken our mission is to go fight and win our nation's wars, be prepared, and then also for the Guard to be prepared to answer the call of the governor in case of civil unrest or natural disaster, to come out and help our neighbors out. But to do that, we have to rely on what we call the three-legged stool. So it's between the soldier or airman, the guardsman, his family, and his or her employer. And so if any one of those get out of balance, then the stool doesn't sit level and it doesn't function correctly. And so that three-legged stool allows the organization to be ready when the call comes. And so it's folks like you who help us make sure that we can do our mission. And so, I've got about 8,500 guardsmen across the state of Arkansas, and we rely upon employers to provide them not just a job, but also to provide them time off. And so that time off is a sacrifice that each employer out there makes on the behalf of the state and nation. And so on behalf of the governor of Arkansas, I just want to say thank you for what you do to make our guardsmen available when they're needed by some higher calling. And so again, it says a lot in terms that we've been here, the ESGR has been here twice now over the last 2 years to honor this organization and its employees. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for what you do. And so just to kind of give you some insight for those of you who may have not have served or may not have served recently, we've got a quick film that we're going to roll here that kind of gives you some insight of what those guardsmen and reservists are doing when they're not here serving alongside you here at your desk. And so if we could roll the video for the Guard that we put together for what we've done over the last year.
2021 might have flown by, but when we look back, the Arkansas National Guard was ready, and we were there. Our guardsmen not only answered the call at home, but also across the globe. The Arkansas National Guard was finally able to travel back to Guatemala and continue to strengthen our state partnership. The 39th Infantry Brigade combat team conducted a large-scale training operation at the Joint Readiness Training Center in Fort Polk, Louisiana. They mobilized the entire brigade and moved them all down south to win the fight against Geronimo. The 77th Theater Aviation Brigade assisted the Arkansas Department of Health all year with planning and training, and the brigade completed a successful training year that included out-of-state units and detachments in preparation for a more capable brigade in next year's training rotation. The 87th Troop Command completed another rigorous year of training. The 119th Mobile Public Affairs Detachment augmented the 39th IBCT and provided public affairs support for their JRTC rotation. The 142nd Field Artillery Brigade had a busy year as well. It all started with their trip to D.C. to help with the smooth transition of power during the 59th presidential inauguration. Then Alpha Battery, 1st of the 142nd Field Artillery Brigade, returned home from supporting U.S. European Command, and the 142nd Field Artillery Brigade's headquarters and Headquarters Battery deployed to CENTCOM in support of Operation Spartan Shield. The 188th Wing was chosen as a site for the F-35 Foreign Military Sales Air Cruise, and could see F-35 Joint Strike Fighter jets flying across the northwest Arkansas skies in 2026. In 2021, it was announced the 189th Airlift Wing would receive 4 C-130J cargo aircraft, increasing the modernization of our force. The Arkansas National Guard continues to support our fellow Arkansans and is mission ready and capable whenever the nation calls.
To our guardsmen and women, I want to say a huge thank you. You humble me every day. In 2021, you lived up to our motto, the Arkansas National Guard, always ready, always there. So I'm pretty proud of those folks there, and most of them, and many of them work right out here in your ranks. And so, again, we thank you for everything that you do to honor their service and to allow them to be a part of my organization. Thank you again.
At this time, I would like to recognize our employee service member that submitted the nominations for this award. Army National Guardsman Sergeant Jordan Ray. In addition to being a USA truck driver for Fleet 23, Jordan is a member of the Tennessee Army National Guard and serves in the 1172nd Transportation Company 230th Sustainment Brigade. A quote from Sergeant Ray's nomination package reads as follows. USA Truck provides amazing support for personnel on drill, deployments, or attending military schools. Not only do the managers allow prep time, but this also carries over to other military veterans, with the company assuring the family is taken care of with emergency numbers and veteran availability 24/7 for any assistance, personally, professionally, or just to talk. USA Truck has created a military support mentorship program that is second to none. I'm extremely grateful for its support and the special recognition USA Truck is receiving. The level at which this company is committed to ensuring the success of veterans and current military service members is truly unparalleled. Thanks, Jordan. Right now, I'd like to introduce Tim Ewan, our Chief Commercial Officer, to come forward with some comments.
Hey, good morning, USA, and Jordan, thank you so much. And, you know, when I think about the military, I always think about passion. And, you know, Carol Davidson, I know he doesn't want me to talk about him, but I'm going to talk about Jabari Shank. If you don't know, where is he? Is he hiding from me? Oh, there you are, behind the monitor. I've known, a lot of you know him as Carol, but I know him as Shank, and I've known him for a lot of years. And usually when my phone rings after 6 p.m. Monday through Sunday, it's usually Shank. And I love hearing from him. And sometimes I can't answer, but I always try to touch back with him. But you know, he's a veteran, and he's passionate. And I met him in 2006. He worked for me for a while in another company, and one of the reasons that he's here is because of his passion and the things that he does for people. You know, our beliefs drive our passions. And when you think about the military, you think about the beliefs that they have about God and country. And so for us, you know, here at USA, we had our sales leadership conference last year, and we told the team to remember three things. We said that, number one, you must believe in something bigger than yourself. And in the military, it's God and country. Second thing, we want you to remember that you're put on earth to serve. And I want everybody to listen again. You're put here to serve. Whether it's in the military, in some other capacity in your life, you're built to serve. You know, the world wasn't built for us. We were built for it. We were built to serve. And a successful life is derived from putting in more than we take out. The money always follows those behaviors. It's not the money first, and then you figure out how to make it. It's you do those things, and then the money will come. Our military servicemen and women have accomplished this by serving our country and its citizens. We owe them a great debt. That is the reason we believe and put our faith in our nation's highest servants. Our recruiting team, along with Shank, and our military team continue to take a lot of pride in working with our veterans and taking time to explain opportunities and answer their questions about this industry and walk them through the process. And I'm very proud of that. We are honored to receive the Pro Patria Award. It is the highest honor we could receive. Our company was founded to honor those who unselfishly have served. Bob Powell. Our brand proves that. My favorite, one of my favorite verses in the Bible is John 15:13. Greater love hath no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. And our military does that for us every day. And this is one of the best awards that you could ever receive, the Pro Patria Award. So just want to say congratulations to everybody here at USA, especially to all the veterans that are here that continue to bring veterans in the door. And thanks to our recruiting team for all the things that they do for us. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to ask Major General Wofford, Major General Penn, Staff Sergeant Ray, and our CEO James Reed to assemble in front of the stage here. Being given to USA Truck today is the Pro Patria Award. It's presented annually by each ESGR state committee to one small, one large, and one public sector employer in their state or territory. Recipients have demonstrated the greatest support to Guard and Reserve employees through their leadership and practices, including adopting personnel policies that make it easier for employees to participate in the National Guard and Reserves. This is the highest level award that may be bestowed by a state ESGR committee. This is the third Pro Patria Award for USA Truck, previous recipient in 2015 and 2016. Employer support of the Guard and Reserve Awards, the Pro Patria to USA Truck, presented on behalf of the men and women of America's Reserve Forces for outstanding service to the national defense through continuing support of the National Guard and Reserve. Our CEO will now make some comments.
Well, wonderful. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you, Jordan, for all you do, and you and your, just everybody that works with you for making it possible for you to represent us and represent our country and your family. You're a great man, and we appreciate and love you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jordan. I also want to recognize a couple of people who weren't called out by name today. First of all, embarrass her a little bit, but you may not recognize Shannon Newton back here is the president of the Arkansas Trucking Association. Yeah, give her a round of applause. Shannon has been recognized multiple times at the national level as being the best performing national or state president of a trucking association. She truly is the best of the best, and we're delighted to be associated with her. But beyond her role as the president of the Arkansas Trucking Association, she's become a valued voice in my life and a good friend. And so if you're ever wondering when there's issues of policy or concerns about politics or things, who I call, she's who I call. So let's give Shannon another round of applause. I'd also like to recognize Joe Jaska, who's here with us today from DB Schenker. You've met Joe before, and I know, and I'll say this in my prepared comments, you know, Joe is perfectly aligned with everything that's been said here today in terms of what's important to him, what's important to DB Schenker, and what's important to USA Truck. And then I thought it would be especially important. The person with the hardest job here today is Jamie Naramore. So let's give Jamie a round of applause. Can you imagine? So it is well documented that USA Truck was founded by a veteran, Robert Powell, who flew for the Navy and mostly flew the A1 Skyraider. You may know we named one of our subsidiary companies, an insurance company that we formed, Skyraider, in honor of Mr. Powell. We've tried to honor his legacy and the legacy of all those who serve by making USA Truck a great place for veterans to work and to make their post-military, or in the case of reservists, their concurrent service careers meaningful and flexible. It's been my privilege to convey in the past my own family military history, from our roots in the Revolutionary War to family service in every conflict or war since, culminating in my father and father-in-law who served during Vietnam in the Navy and Air Force respectively. To my son Tanner, who now serves as a pilot, he's an Apache pilot in the Army. It's an honor to be tied to their legacies and to connect ours at USA Truck to theirs by honoring their compatriots who serve and have served along with them. Last April, Jamie, if you'll put the pictures up. Last April, we took a group of USA Truck honorees who had won our prestigious Platinum Star Award to our nation's capital, where we experienced the rich history and culture of this great nation. Jamie's going to put up some displays here. One of the walks that Blair Ewell, who is the MC of this program, and I took, and Blair himself is a veteran, we made our way to the Vietnam Veterans Memorial near the west end of the National Mall. This was a sacred and humbling visit to one of our most treasured and hallowed areas for reflection upon the great freedoms we each enjoy. I specifically looked up names on that trip that I would recall for personal reasons. The first one that's displayed here is J. Darwin McLean of Bancroft, Idaho. He's from my mother's hometown, and he was a classmate of hers. She knew him well. The next one, and this is his photo and then also his name on the wall. I literally took that picture of the wall with my own camera, with my phone. The next one is Billy Dale Livingston from Alma, Arkansas, where I now live. And that's his from the registry and also his name on the wall. Each of these men made the ultimate sacrifice that we might live, worship, and experience the freedoms that are ours, but that are not free at all. Another way we connect to the great military legacy in our community is by those with whom we work each and every day, who were and are themselves willing to make the sacrifices these two young men did. I want to go off script a little bit. Can we have our veterans raise their hands? Our current National Guardsmen, raise your hand. Let's recognize them for their awesome service. As we noted in our press release and was noted earlier here today, approximately 20% or 1 out of every 5 USA Truck employees are military veterans or reservists. We are proud of them for who they are, for what they represent, and for their selfless service to us and our country. Pro Patria means for the country and recognizes outstanding support and dedication to the men and women of the Guard and Reserve. And we truly believe that supporting our nation's military is the least we can do for the country that we love so much. We are honored that this will be USA Truck's 3rd Pro Patria honor, and it's my honor to recognize, as I mentioned earlier, Joe. He represents DB Schenker, who is on track to become the new owner of USA Truck soon. I believe I can speak for Joe, for DB Schenker, and USA Truck when I say that we recommit ourselves today, right here, right now, to be the employer of choice in the River Valley, Arkansas, and across the country for veterans and reservists alike. The skill set, attitudes, and capabilities the nation's fighting forces bring to the workforce offers us a competitive advantage that we believe will carry this company towards its future goals. Thank you very much.
concludes our award ceremony. But again, we'd like to thank USA Truck for supporting our Guardsmen and Reservists. We are also very thankful to consider this organization an active partner in our mission of seeking to promote a culture in which all Arkansas employers support and value the military service of their employees. Thank you all for attending this event.